I trusted my wife more than anyone. We had been married for 7 years, and though things weren't perfect, I thought we had a foundation no one could shake. That illusion crumbled when I discovered not only that she had been cheating, but that her betrayal reached a level of recklessness I couldn't have imagined. She infected 2 of my closest friends with an STD before the truth finally exploded. It started when one of my buddies, Raj, confided that he'd been having health issues. He looked embarrassed, hesitant, almost ashamed. He told me he'd tested positive for an STD and had no idea how he got it. At first, I just listened, concerned for his well-being. But when my other friend Vikram revealed he had the exact same diagnosis weeks later, something about the coincidences gnawed at me. Both men were in committed relationships, both swore they hadn't strayed, and both avoided looking me in the eye when the topic came up. The pieces clicked when I remembered. A night months earlier when my wife had insisted she was going out with coworkers. Raj had driven her home the next morning after. She'd supposedly had too much to drink at a work party. At the time, I brushed it off. But now the timelines lined up in a way I couldn't ignore. I confronted Raj directly. He denied it at first, but when I pressed and told him I already suspected the truth, he broke down. He admitted it started casually, that she'd initiated things after a late-night gathering. He swore he hadn't meant to hurt me, that he regretted it, but the damage was already done. Later, Vikram confessed too, same story, different excuses. My own wife had slept with not 1 but 2 of my best friends, and in her carelessness, she had given them both something they'd carry for life. The rage I felt in that moment was indescribable. But instead of exploding, I went cold. I started documenting everything. Text messages, timelines, even recorded conversations with my so-called friends admitting what had happened. Then I confronted my wife. When I laid out the evidence in front of her, she tried to spin it at first, claiming it was just a mistake and that she still loved me. But when I mentioned the STD, her face drained of color. She stammered, asking how I knew. That was all the confirmation I needed. She hadn't just betrayed me emotionally. She had put my health at risk too. Thankfully, my tests came back clean. But the thought that she could have ruined my life permanently made me see her in a way I never could forgive. I didn't stop at divorce. I made sure the truth came out. Our families, our mutual friends, everyone learned why I was ending the marriage. My wife tried to play the victim, but once Raj and Vikram admitted their roles, her lies collapsed. She was humiliated, not because I shouted or spread rumors, but because I calmly let the facts speak for themselves. In the end, I walked away with my dignity intact and her reputation in shreds. My friends lost my trust forever, and my wife lost everything. Her marriage, her respect, and the illusion that she could play with people's lives without consequences. Her shock when the truth came out was the only sliver of satisfaction I got from the whole ordeal.